Hello, Philippe. Thank you for welcoming us in Groupe Prenant for this interview. Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Philippe Van Est. I'm 53 years old. I'm graduated from a marketing master, and actually I'm a deputy general manager of Groupe Prenant. Our group is a family-owned business owned by Laurent Prenant and his father Christian. The company was created in the 60s, and actually it's one of the French leaders in printing industry, with 500 people working in the group and 3 plants in the south of Paris, just around Paris and in the very close suburb. Actually, one of our company called La Galiote is producing with a web machine for large quantities, more low-cost products. It's with a simple finishing with a big machine using only rolls of paper. The Landa S10P is actually localized. The third plant is called CFI. It's 20 miles in the south of Paris, and it's more a digital printing company.
So you already have digital experience, but not on this site. Why introduce the Landa press at Choisy?
You had a good vision of our market. In fact, we were searching a machine more to add to our offset machine because printing quantities are lower. Our customers are waiting for more personalized document. So we wanted to keep the offset quality, but we believe in the future for the paper only if it's more quality, more personalized and connected. So as if we have already a digital plant more for direct mail or for bank info documents, the quality was not enough. So we were really interested to have a digital machine with almost the same qualities and offset, and much better with the Landa S10P possibilities.
Can we go in detail on this side, Philippe? Which type of equipment and which type of finishing you have there?
So on this plant called Diamant Graphique, we actually produce with 6 offset press, 4 KBA and 2 Heidelbergs, 4 long machine with Mabeg, and 2 single-side machine. We are able to produce with casual offset ink, and we can produce also with a UV ink and LED UV. We actually produce most of our luxury job in KBA 10 colors LED UV plus varnish, and we can introduce paper with the palettes or with rolls, something very interesting for our customers, especially for the paper price. In finishing, we own folders, we are able to laminate, we are able to cut. We also work with manual activities, able to produce press kit, able to produce a special display. According to other plants, this plant is really specialized in premium and luxury printing goods.
You have chosen the Landa S10P. Can you explain your choice?
The choice was finally very simple because, as I told you, we already own digital printing in another plant, but for very casual printing produce. With the Landa, we realized that we'll be able to produce with the same paper that we are used to, that we use in offset. And about the quality, especially with 7 colors, we realized that it will be easier to produce every kind of color in a gamut, and less waste, less time to be ready for the time to market, always shorter. finally there was only a plus, and it was an evidence for us to invest in this machine.
Thanks. Why install this press on a purely offset site?
It's because actually if we look at the market, we produce more files, but the quantity is always lower. A brand wants to personalize the communication, so the Landa is a perfect opportunity to keep a really high quality, but at the same time we're able to give our customer a very quick solution, personalized solution. So there's only an advantage to have it in the same place than casual offset printing.
What does the Landa S10 give you in terms of production?
In production, the first evidence is the setup time is so quick that it's a real opportunity for a short run. Second evidence is the waste, because you don't need around 500 sheets of paper to be ready. So less waste, setup time reduced. For production, it's two evidences.
In terms of production management, any change from offset?
Yes and no. Yes, because we have to think differently. We have to organize our production more to order runs and to give the best of the machine. But around, we hope it will be able to use more web to print, and at the end of the production, it's exactly the same for finishing.
Philippe, you announced in the press that your break-even point is 1,500 sheet B1. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, we studied 6 months ago that if we use classical offset 8 colors B1 with 40% of ink coverage, and if we use Landa S10P with the same papers, the same paper size, the same coverage, it's 1,441 sheets of paper for our break-even point. So it's interesting for any job under, but it's also interesting for jobs higher with personalized, because if we need to personalize documents as if it's thousand sheet of paper, that's only the Landa able to produce B1 personalized document actually.
Could you give us a little indiscretion for the future of Groupe Renault?
Yes, because we announced that we will probably buy a second Landa. We booked a second Landa, and we hope after the COVID event that we'll be able to add in this plant a second S10P.
Thank you, Philippe. Now let's talk about your customer. Could you explain us what is your typical offset customer, and also your typical customer for Diamond Graphic and for the S10P?
Okay, so actually we have almost 500 customers. It can be editors, it can be advertising agency, it can be brand from fashion, from perfume, from museum. We have to produce for them in the same time large quantities with web machine in another plant, and precisely in Choisy it's more press kit, luxury brochure, posters, and for those companies we are one of the French leader and quite the only one able to produce from 1x to 10 millions. So we only change from one factory to another factory if it's personalized, if it's large quantity, or if it's a small quantity.
How do your customers receive impression from Landa?
Oh, they were very excited to be able to test before a large campaign, to personalize. For example, with this kind of document for to be able to put in In retail, our customers were dreaming of the opportunity to change the products. Instead of putting the same product in every retail shop, with the Landa, now we can change from one beverage to another beverage. We can move the QR code or the data matrix to help logistics, and in the same time we can produce in support, usually not used in offset, like stone paper, for example.
Thank you. Are they taking advantage of the new capacity of the press?
Yes, for sure. There's two advantages. One is economical, because with the S10P they can produce only what they need, and if they need more 1 week later, they are not afraid to produce another time. They can check if a campaign is make leads or if the campaign is a poor campaign. With data management and with the big data, actually, it's very important for them to be able to follow their campaign. And with the Landa variable data, it's something very different from what we are used to do in classical offset.
Okay. What is the standard document that you are producing on the Landa S10P today?
We started by posters, and slowly we produce more and more brochure. For example, tomorrow we'll produce the first large architect album for Elle, so the French fashion magazine Elle, known in many countries, will be produced for the first time in the Landa S10P tomorrow.
Have you developed a new application for or with them?
Yes, and most of the new applications are to invent, because instead of waiting for a customer and for their order, with the Landa, any salesman from our company is able to think about the use of the paper document, and it's a completely different relationship with our customer, able because of the Landa possibilities.
Philippe, could you share with us one of your success stories with your customer?
I'm thinking about advertising agency called Media Performance. It's one of our first customers interested in Landa technology. They are used to produce advertising for retails and large store, and this product is a Media Performance product. And they were used to produce in offset only for mass market the same product for everybody. And with Landa, they are able to change one beverage to another beverage. They can do versioning, or they can personalize from the general brand to only one store. And it was a dream for them, and the dream came reality with the Landa S10P.
Thank you for all your time, Philippe. Merci beaucoup à tous et à bientôt à Paris.
Merci à toi, Jean-Baptiste, et également un grand merci à Benny, qui a su nous faire rêver et qu'on attend prochainement à Paris.